So let's begin. First, we start Microsoft Access. Remember, you can do this exercise in Microsoft Access 2010 or 2013 versions. The next step is to build a blank database. In this opportunity, we are going to label this database Final Project and click on Create. Now, for continuing, remember to start opening the view design. Once you click on the ruler with the pen, you get the same view we worked in previous sessions. Today we don't need the primary key, and let's start this tiny table using three fields: a student name, who will be a short text data type. The second field will be distance, and the third field will be time. Remember, this data will be number data types in both fields. Now, returning to the table, remember always save your table before starting to fill it in. Let's put some names. In my case, my student name will be Camilo Barrios. The distance Camilo Barrios walked or run was 12 meters, and he took 80 seconds. Once we double click on the edge between student name and distance field, you can always fit both fields in order to see all information. Okay, let's continue. And my final student will be Esteban Buendia. Esteban ran or walked 30 meters and he took 300 seconds. Okay, with our table done, next we're going to create ribbon and choose query design. Queries are another access options in order to organize our information in a better way. First, we need to open up our data table. Second, we are going to double click on each field in order to get enough information for create an extra field. We are going to build a calculated field. In this section, we are going to type the name of the field. In this case will be speed. Next, type colon, and we are going to use these keys: square brackets and division sign. We are going to put inside square brackets the exact name of the fields we are going to apply in the math operation. In this case, distance will divide on time. Once we finish, let's click in this button, Run button. Once we click, voila, we got a new field. This field is labeled speed, and this is the result of the division between distance and time. Okay, let's continue. Now we are going to save that information and export that table or that query into an Excel spreadsheet. First, let's save our query. In this case, we are going to put calculated field's name. And now, in our navigation pane, let's right-click on the query And now let's choose export to Excel file. A new screen opens and you can choose the destination file, but first let's tick these two options and now click on OK. Save our changes and immediately Microsoft Excel opens. Now you can see we got the same table in a different software. Now let's create the graph. First, highlight the two columns, distance and time. And second, let's go to Insert and let's choose Scatter Graphs. Let's choose Scattered with lines and markers. Once we click on it, we got our graph. This is a scatter graph. The scatter graph are graph with x-axis and y-axis between. Let's organize this chart. Click on Axis Titles and let's put a new title. In this case, will be distance versus time. Second, let's put a name on x-axis, in this case distance, and y-axis, in this case time. Now we complete the report of our first data table. Let's choose some styles for our table. When you click in the right side buttons, you can choose a different styles for your graph. I will choose the blue one. And now you can set up your table, your graph, enlarge in order to get a clearer view. And now you got the final information. If you want to enlarge the font, you can do it on Home ribbon. And you can change also the font type, even the font color. Now, let's continue using this information into a presentation software. Let's go. So, in final stage, let's set up the final presentation. First, we are going to arrange the data table using borders in the cells. Next, let's right-click on the graph and click on Copy. Now, in this opportunity, I'm going to choose Microsoft PowerPoint in order to cut and paste my new information. You can choose another presentation software if you had one, a different one, or some online presentation software if you want. In this case, I'm going to set up my slide into a blank one. And next, I'm going to choose a theme. This theme looks nice. Now, right-click and let's choose the paste options. My suggestion is to use the picture paste option. Once you get the picture, you can enlarge the picture and set up on the slide. Now, let's return to Excel and do the same thing with the chart. Right-click, copy, and now let's go back to PowerPoint and right-click and select Paste Picture. Paste as a picture. And now you got it. Enlarge the chart. And now you have a slide with information about distance, time, and speed. Query, consulta, spreadsheet, hoja de cálculo, calculated field, campo calculado.